You know that old saying, right? You never get a second chance to make a first impression. And wow, does that put a ton of pressure on us. But what if that first chance isn't a few minutes or even a few seconds? What if it's instant? The science here is absolutely fascinating, and it all happens way, way faster than you could possibly imagine. So let's get into it.
So I want you to take a guess. How much time do you really have before someone's brain has pretty much made up its mind about you? Go on, just think of a number.
Is it maybe 7 seconds? That's a really common guess, and it kind of makes sense, right? It's enough time for a quick hello or a handshake, but believe it or not, the science says it's even faster than that.
Okay, what about 2 seconds? Now we're getting warmer. 2 seconds is incredibly quick, but our brains are working on a whole other level, even quicker.
Okay, here's the mind-blowing answer. 1/10 of a second. I'm not kidding. Research from psychologists at Princeton found that it is literally all it takes to form a lasting impression of a total stranger just from their face. To put that into perspective, a normal blink of an eye takes about 3 to 4/10 of a second. So yeah, this is happening faster than you can even blink.
So, what in the world is going on in that tiny, tiny sliver of time? Well, in just 100 milliseconds, our brains are running a complete diagnostic, making these snap judgments that can shape the entire interaction that's about to happen.
And this is basically the checklist our brain just zips right through. In that split second, we've already made a call on things like attractiveness, likability, how competent someone seems, and if they might be aggressive. But the Princeton study found that one trait stood out from all the others: trustworthiness. It's the one thing we judge the absolute fastest and feel the most sure about.
And here is the really wild part. That initial snap judgment is incredibly sticky. The research showed that giving people more time to look at the face, it didn't really change their first impression. All it did was make them more confident in the judgment they already made. This whole thing, this ability to make these huge judgments from a tiny slice of information, psychologists have a name for it. They call it thin slicing.
But how is that even possible? I mean, how can our brains work that fast? Well, to understand that, we need to take a look at how we're basically hardwired for this one specific task: detecting threats.
So scientists call this the brain's low road. When you see a new face, the information doesn't take the scenic route. It zips directly from your eyes to the emotional, kind of primitive part of your brain, the amygdala. It's like a neural shortcut that completely bypasses the part of your brain you use for rational, conscious thought. So the feeling hits you way before the thought does.
And the amygdala, well, it's the real star of the show here. Think of it like your brain's ancient built-in smoke alarm. Its one and only job is to react instantly and ask a very simple question: friend or foe? This isn't a logical thing at all. It's a pure lightning-fast survival instinct.
Okay, so we know our amygdala is the one making the call, but what is it looking for exactly? What are the specific cues on this unconscious checklist it's running through in that first 1/10 of a second?
And these cues can be surprisingly specific. Research has found our brains unconsciously link certain facial structures to being more or less trustworthy. For instance, features like higher inner eyebrows or more pronounced cheekbones tend to get a little checkmark in the trustworthy box, while faces with the opposite features, they can trigger a little warning bell.
But it's not just about your bone structure. Your brain is also an absolute expert at picking up on something called microexpressions. These are these super brief, totally involuntary facial expressions that kind of leak out our true feelings, even when we're trying to hide them. They last for less than half a second, but you can bet your amygdala sees them.
And according to the pioneering researcher Paul Ekman, these tiny microexpressions reveal 7 universal emotions that are hardwired into all of us, no matter where you're from. So a quick flash of contempt or a flicker of fear, that's a huge piece of data for your brain's threat detector.
But of course, it's not all about your face. The brain takes in the entire picture, And the context you present yourself in can have a massive, massive impact on that first impression.
Take clothing, for example. In one study, people looked at photos of the exact same man for just 3 seconds. In one photo, he wore a custom-made, bespoke suit. In the other, just a normal one you'd buy off the rack. The results? They were stark. The man in the bespoke suit was rated as way more successful, more confident, and people even guessed he earned a higher salary.
And this is totally true in our virtual world too. A recent study looked at how Zoom backgrounds affect our impression of how competent someone is. And as this graph shows, backgrounds with things like plants or a bookcase got the highest competence ratings. But a blurred background, or a generic home setting, or, God forbid, a novelty backdrop? Yeah, those scores just plummeted.
So, after hearing all this, you might be thinking, well, this system sounds kinda shallow, maybe even unfair, but it's not really a flaw in our design. It's actually one of our oldest and most important features. This quote really just nails it. For our ancient ancestors, being able to quickly figure out another person's intentions, that wasn't just a social skill. It was a matter of life and death. You had to know instantly if that stranger was a threat or maybe a potential ally. So this ability to thin slice isn't some weird modern thing. It's a deeply, deeply ingrained survival skill. It's your brain's way of trying to protect you by making the best possible guess with the very limited data it has in that first moment.
So here's the challenge. This whole process is automatic, it's unconscious, and it happens in the blink of an eye, both when you're judging others and when they're judging you. So knowing that it's your brain's ancient survival hardware making the call before you're even aware of it, how will you approach your next first impression? And maybe more importantly, how will you remind yourself to give someone else a second chance?